Lots of you have been asking me many questions about the Gaga record. Today for Mayhem, the first question is, do you think it's an album of the year contender? Now, in my team, it's too early in the year to talk about this, but remember the Grammys submission period ends around the end of September. So we have had quite a while for albums to be released. And to be honest, with the albums that have been released so far, I would say that Lady Gaga's Mayhem is a front runner, up there with Kendrick Lamar's GNX and also Bad Bunny. I feel like it would be hard for her to take it. She traditionally hasn't had a lot of success in the album category, but I would really be shocked if it didn't get a nomination, particularly if the field stays similar to what it is right now. But in terms of quality, I think that it definitely has Album of the Year stamped all over it. The next question I've got is about what I think the next single should be. And for me, it's a pretty obvious one. I think Garden of Eden sticks out. I think it has that really dark kind of industrial production that has dominated the singles so far, but it probably has the most accessible chorus of the album. And I just really think that will help her at radio, particularly coming off the back of a song like Abracadabra, which is quite large and bold. I think Garden of Eden slips through the ears a little bit more easily. So that would be my pick. Where does it rank in her discography? This is a hard one. I've obviously only sat with it for 4 or 5 days. I've sat with the other records for a very long time. I did actually think of my ranking the other day, and I will go through it for you now. But basically, my top 3 I had was Art Pop in number 3. I had Born This Way in number 2, and I had The Fame Monster in number 1. And I feel like I could perhaps end up placing Mayhem at number 3. For me, it's maybe not as ambitious as Born This Way and not as experimental and out of the box as The Fame Monster. So I'm not necessarily seeing me being able to place it higher than those 2 records, but it's certainly in with a shot at beating Art Pop, I think. I've seen a lot of comments actually saying that this is like Art Pop number 2, and that's not something I necessarily agree with. I think this album is a lot more smoothed over, far less aggressive and jagged than what Art Pop was, particularly when you think of a song like Swine. There is nothing on Mayhem apart from perhaps the end of Killer that gives off that kind of vibe. So I'm not seeing them as sister records at all, but I can certainly see it being able to surpass Art Pop in the next couple weeks.